Hello, everyone. I'm Emily,
Scott.
and welcome back to another episode of the Cottage Horse Podcast.
It is lights out and away we go. Almost.
Almost so close.
So close. So close to the 2025 season starting. Or Formula One, of course. Welcome back to another F1 episode.
I feel like our episodes are just like a spinning wheel of hyperfixations. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
which
basically
one
all this
are we gonna
is.
talk about today.
This is all this podcast is. It's just we throw a dart at a wall and it says, hey, this is it. And we're like, yeah. But we've planned this episode.
Yes.
So it's not completely out of the blue sometimes.
We're going to be talking about our bingo cards for the season, and we're going to be discussing the different team liveries that were showcased at whatever event that was. I forgot what it was called. Wow, that's a really original name. Yeah. Okay.
It's just because it's the 75th year of F1, so they were like, hey, F1 75 it is. And I'm like, I guess. Very to the point. Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I will
that's
say,
the plan.
I forgot who was it. Let me look it up. Because there was one that I'm like, this team isn't my favorite, but this car was my favorite.
All I have to say is I really enjoyed Kick Sauber's entrance. It just felt like, I don't know, it was giving. The green, the green is such a bold choice.
Did they do the drum line? Was it Kick Sauber? Because I didn't actually watch it. But there was a team that was giving Tortured Poets Department with a drum line.
Yes, it was them. It was them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They went full on, like, concert rollout stage production. And I was like, I'm here for this energy.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot going on.
My favorite, though, like, they all look fine. They look like, cars. But I think my favorite was probably, like, the actual livery was Haas.
Haas's is nice. Theirs is nice.
It looks snazzy.
It does. I do have to admit, like, and it's just because I'm a green girly, I do enjoy Aston Martin. It's a nice green. Is it the same every year? Yeah. But it's a fucking solid color choice. I'm sorry.
That's fair. I respect
I hate Alpine. I hate Alpine, but I do love that they are pink. Their livery did not live up to the dreams that I wanted. I wanted full on, like, Wicked between them and Sauber, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't that at all.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed. Like, give me the true girly pop ballerina pink.
Williams, I wasn't overly.
It's a bit. It's there.
To me, like, I know that's partially their color, but to me, they're more of like a tealy blue.
I wouldn't be surprised if they. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe rebrand, but I guess they wouldn't rebrand. But I don't know. It's interesting because I think all that, like, aside from like all the car colors kind of mush a little bit together, that I'm like, maybe we should just go rogue again and have like a bright yellow car. Like, come on, change it up. Be a little bit different, please. But no. It's boring. They're boring.
You know what car?
I'm sorry.
What car is really I don't like Red Bulls.
It's just like they just are a walking Red Bull can.
Yes.
Because of the way that the sponsor's on. Yeah. Because at least with, like, even though, like, the Mercedes is, like, still very, I mean, they're obviously all incredibly branded because they have, like, most of them are, but, like, at least theirs kind of, like, merges in. That is just a genuine Red Bull can. and you just can't escape that at all. And I'm like, that's just not for me.
It's just ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is a bit ugly. But hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Also, maybe controversial, but Ferraris,
it's just a car. It's fine. The thing is, like, they're just cars, and none of them do anything new or different or quirky. That I'm like, I really only care about the race suits, and now the race suits are kind of all boring anyway. So I'm like, well, there's no pizzazz here. I'm just hoping people have good lids.
I like McLaren's black suits.
Yes.
For Australia. Yes. Those look snazzy.
I do enjoy a nice black fireproof. They are a sleigh. They're a sleigh. Yeah, just give me some, like, I don't know, give me some little bit of, like, some, I don't know. I need a bit more pizzazz. And, like, to be fair, the drivers, like, fashion is, like, incredible, like, when they walk into, like, the pits. But I'm like, I need a bit more. You're not serving, and you should be doing more. Is this your job? No. But do better.
I think the problem is because of the sponsors having to be visible. Like, I
Yeah.
think no matter what a team does, it's gonna look tacky.
Yeah. Especially like with like Ferrari having like HP, which is like that blue, and then also having Shell, which is yellow. Like it just doesn't go with the vibe at all.
Mm-mm. It's giving
Like,
primary colors in a bad way.
it's just like you just stuck a bunch of stickers on there and we're like, yeah, go for it. And I'm like,
Yes. Yes.
yay, my faves. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
It's not a vibe.
It's not a vibe. It's really not. Unfortunate. And some sponsors will let you change like the color of their logo. The HP are not one of those, which is interesting because when HP used to sponsor Tottenham's kit. Fun fact: this means nothing to anyone else, but they for a long time were bright. Well, they were actually like the Hula Packard, like written out, and then they changed to HP, and they were bright blue. And that doesn't go with white. Our team is blue and white, but like a dark blue. It didn't really vibe. And then they allowed us to change it to a slightly darker blue. But clearly they have gone back on that and they're like, no.
I mean, to be fair, a brand,
which I understand,
is its colors.
Exactly, yeah. I do understand
like,
it, but it is also like a bit ugly.
No, I agree, but unfortunately, like brand,
from a marketing perspective,
the logo and the colors are like very important. Because like I know, like at my work, like they're like, this is our primary brand color, and this is how you use our primary brand color, and you do not use other colors. So
yeah, I do understand it, but I'm also like, can it just be like a white instead? Yeah, I'm like, can it just be white? Like that's not offensive. It's not a different color, like, you know. But no.
I know it's not like the same, but like, couldn't we just put them all on the back? Like, couldn't we have the fronts be clean and just stick them all on the back?
Yeah, like a little, or get like a little like scout honors like sash kind of going on. Like have a little sash,
like a Girl Scout.
You know,
yes,
yeah. Do something a little bit different, you know. Spice it up.
Yes.
Someone can take that idea for free. I'd love it. I'd love to see that. Just stick them all on there.
All the drivers could have jean jackets, and you could put patches on them.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! See, this is the way forward.
Truly,
this is the way forward.
You can't see this.
You can't see the sponsors. You can't see the sponsors when they're driving anyway because they're in the car. So like, it doesn't matter if they wear a jacket and then they take it off to get in the car. The sponsors are still in the car anyway, and then when they get out, they can put it back on after they've weighed themselves. Like, I feel like this.
To all of the F1 teams that are definitely listening to this podcast right now, get on it.
Yeah. I just, you know.
Listen, no, you have connections. Get this.
I have connections. That is,
you have multiple connections, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I will put the word out there. This is the future. Well, I mean, like Mercedes were looking for like a job, which was basically driver fashion. Basically, you dress the drivers up for the weekends, like style coordinator or something. And I was like, that's pretty fucking sick. Like, could I do that? No, but that's awesome. Like, that's someone's job. That's amazing. Dressing George and Kimmy up, what a slay! I love that.
It. They would make such fun TikToks about it too.
That's what I mean. I'm hoping we do get some more, like, I'm hoping because if that is a role they have gotten in, that we'll see more. Because obviously I know George is like sponsored by like Tommy Hilfiger, but I'm like, there's still no reason why they can't do stuff as long as he still feels that brand obligation. But I'm like, give me some cute little girly pop outfits. Little like, you know, dress up transitions that they can do.
You know, speaking of TikToks in general, I will say like I would probably say I'm a Ferrari girl first. I don't really go by team anyway, but like if I had to pick a team, it'd be Ferrari. But I feel like rooting for the more underdog teams is fun because their TikTok shit is so much more unhinged. Although Red Bull does pull out some stuff.
Red Bull does pull out some stuff, yeah. But no, nothing.
I'm just thinking of that V-Carb one that I sent you yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say V-Carb and Sauber, they do the most. They do the most on TikTok, and I absolutely love it. They're so unhinged.
Yeah. It's so great.
Yeah, I'm really loving this Yuki and Isaac duo that we're getting. It's amazing. I'm very, very happy. My little besties. Yes. They're just doing all sorts. I'm like, how are you convincing them to do this? But clearly they're just having a grand old time.
No, honestly, like, they do seem to be just enjoying themselves. I do wonder, like, how much of the TikToks are, like, the drivers being like, I saw this trend. Can we do this? And how much of it is the admins being like, y'all, can you please just do me a solid and do this?
Yeah. I feel like most of it's probably admin based, but I feel like there's some of them must be quite chronic. There's some of them who are definitely not online at all, but there's some of them
Right.
who probably definitely like, especially the babies, the new little babies. They
Like, you
the
can't
things
tell
and
me
stuff.
some of the stuff McLaren was doing last year, you can't tell me that that wasn't Lando. I particularly am thinking of the one where, like, he had a tiny Oscar in his palm, and he looked
Yes,
thrilled, and Oscar looked like he would rather be anywhere else. And
yeah,
I'm like,
that is
that was
true.
Lando's idea.
If he didn't pitch that idea, he definitely like was like 100% on board. Like, yes, now
Yes.
let's do it.
I I love that Oscar is, like, trying to become more, like, present on social media,
I
and I'm
know.
like, who is torturing this poor kid to be
He's got a
like,
brand to build. It's Mark
I-
Webber. It's Mark Webber. He's got a brand to build now.
It's so funny though, because he did like a Q&A the other day, and just
He's
like,
just not that guy.
he's not like, okay, I would just like disclaimer. Bleh. I love Oscar. Oscar is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my baby. So I say this with the utmost love, but he was just sitting there with like the same angle, monotone, answering the question. And like he cared. Like he was giving
Yeah, but
genuine
he's just
answers.
not.
But
He's just not
wanted to
built
be
for
anywhere
that.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not built for the media, and that's okay. Some people aren't. Some people are really good at it. Some people are not, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It just obviously that has become like a large part of the job is being a brand and being a brand for the team and for the individual
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's like you kind of have to put yourself out there a little bit. And I'm like, oh, poor baby, poor baby.
Poor baby.
It's like I have to do a Q&A on Instagram Live and I don't want to.
His live was so fun though. The like 5 minutes he was on there.
I'm so sad I missed it. I like was in the. I was like in the shower. I like put because we were talking. I put my phone down. I was like, I'll have a quick shower. And then I came back and you were like, Oscar's on live. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I missed it.
I don't know if this is true, but apparently he didn't even save it. They like somebody else screen recorded it, like a fan or something, and they had to like go to a fan and be like, "Can we have this?" So he could
Oh my
upload
God.
it to his social medias because like it doesn't start right at the beginning.
Oh dear, what a sausage.
It's giving dad who discovered technology for the first time, which is funny because
That sounds
he's like what 22.
like yeah, he's younger than me.
He's
Ew.
quite young. He's definitely
Yeah.
Gen Z.
Yeah, I think he's a year younger than me. Let me just double check. Because I like most of the grid are younger than me, and that is like disgusting. Because I'm like, ew.
I mean, they were already mostly younger than me.
So he'll be turning 24 as well. So we're only 2 months apart. We're 2 months apart, me and Oscar. He turns 24 in April. I thought so. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's the same age as me, but yeah, a baby. Yeah, now with all the rookies on the grid, I'm like older than like half of them, and I'm like, hey, this is really odd.
I know. Let me see.
I do not enjoy this.
I think that I'm only younger than 2 of them. I'm definitely younger than Lewis.
Alonso,
and Fernando.
Hulkenberg.
Oh, Hulkenberg. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. Because a lot of them are like 27, 28-ish.
I'm looking right now. Pierre Gasly is
Do some maths.
older than me by a few months.
Who?
Because he was also born in 96, but his birthday is in February, whereas mine is in May. So he just turned 29, and I will be turning 29 this year.
Big gas. Yeah, a lot of them are like.
Yeah, Hulkenberg is older than me.
Tail end.
Lewis, Carlos, he's older than me as well.
Oh, I forget. Because Carlos gets grouped in with like Charles and like Max and that lot. So I just in my brain, because they're in a bucket, they're all the same age. I'm like, that's like actually incorrect.
Yeah, no, Carlos is 30. He will be 31 this year.
That's wild.
Max will be 28. And Charles will be 28 as well.
Yeah, a lot of them are that 27, 28 range.
Carlos and Max do share a birthday month.
Good for them. September babies. Yeah, I don't know anyone's birthdays or anything.
Gabriel Bortoleto, his picture, like he's only 20, But his picture, at least like whatever like headshot this is giving like CEO.
My God.
Like
What
he
is
looks like a
that?
40-year-old man in this photo.
Why have they done him dirty like that?
And I'm
Why did they
so
do that?
confused.
That is
Because
so odd.
it's really giving. I'm gonna actually send it to you because I need you to actually see this like in
Yeah,
all its glory.
I do. Oh dear.
Because
Some of it,
it's
yeah.
seriously, it's giving CEO, and I think it's the polo maybe.
That is so funny. Yeah, it is giving
I don't
like
understand.
it's like when you go on a company's website and you look at their employees. Like this is like the technical director.
Yeah.
Ew, I kind of hate it. Why have they done him dirty like that? He's just a baby.
I don't know.
I
Because
hate
pretty
it.
much everyone else is in their race suits.
Oh, I didn't even get him
Except
like
for,
on his. Wow, he's been mugged off. He's been absolutely mugged
yeah.
off there.
Except for Kimmy, who's in a Tommy Hilfiger shirt, which is very on brand.
Classic. Good for him. Good for him. Flash that money,
Okay.
King.
Do we want to go into bingo?
Yeah.
How do we want to do this? Do we want to just like go like square by square and like we can just go like row by row?
Yeah, probably the easiest way, to be fair.
Okay. Do we want to just like go back and forth with our squares?
Sounds good to me, Chief.
Okay. I'll start. So my top left square is, and this will have to happen 3 times for me to get this square, but rookie finish in the top 10.
Nice. Well, to be fair, okay, because I have one similar, so I will skip. Well, actually, it's not quite similar. I'll leave it. My top left one is Williams double points.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe. I was like, maybe. Come on, Alex. Do something, King.
But my next one that I have is teammate collision.
Yes, I also have teammate crash on my board. Yeah.
Yes.
That is one of mine. My other one that I have next is cool down room drama. So like, you know, either a little bit of an argument or a little bit of like a, you know, joke gone wrong, hat throw, whatever that might be. Just a little bit of tea being spilled.
Yes. I'm here for it. I love it.
Uh-huh.
My next one, and I actually have this for 3 times, but 3 rain races.
Yeah, I also have
So
3 rain races as well.
Okay.
That's one of mine. 3 rainy races. I have trophy gets broken. See if Lando will break another trophy. Hopefully not, but I'm putting on there just in case. Cover the bases.
Next one, I feel pretty good about this one. Double Ferrari podium.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. I have Liam and Max collision on the track.
Ooh, okay. See, that's my goal for teammate collision. That's the one I want to happen, but it could be.
I put Liam times Max drama / collision, so like kind of all encompassing like radio drama, like, you know, some sort of tiff.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
It's like
my next one is Charles wins Monaco. Okay, I like it. My next one, and again, this will be 3 times before I get to cross off the square, and this is just subject to my discretion. Liam Lawson annoys me.
That's going to be kicked off in the first race.
Yep.
I'm going to limit you to say that you can only tick it off once per race weekend.
Okay.
So at least you would manage to last that for 3 race weekend.
Okay. Listen, I just really don't like that man.
No, that's completely fair. I have Ferrari spotted, so that will be Roscoe. You go in the pit, and I've got that for 3 times. So anytime they're spotted together, it is a Ferrari spot.
I like it. My next one is a first lap crash.
I also have first lap crash. I want something juicy happening. I also have last lap overtake.
I have that one as well.
Nice.
And then I have pole position change. So like, for whatever reason, whoever was supposed to have pole now does not.
Damn. I have to check this off 3 times, but I have rookie in the points.
Okay, so similar to my...
Yeah. I have belief that they can do it, guys. Get some points on the board. Get some points on the board.
6 of you. Please. I think you can figure it out.
I think you can do it, guys. I believe.
I have driver drop before mid-season.
I have mid-season driver swap too, yeah.
Listen, last season was like so chaotic.
It really was. I have Lewis enters the wrong pit.
Ooh, has that happened before with like driver changes?
When he went from McLaren to Mercedes, he went into the McLaren pit in his Mercedes car.
That's so
So I'm
funny.
like, what are the chances that he does it again?
Okay, my next one is very just cliche, animal on the track.
Yeah, I also have.
I would like you to know though that for my icon, I did a bear. Do I think it'll be a bear? No. I was like, there's a lot of different animals it could be depending on the track. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a really random ass animal, and I picked a bear.
Hell yes. Hell yeah. Yeah, I also have that one. I also have someone announces their retirement.
I thought about putting that one because it's very possible.
It's coming for someone soon. I don't know who. It's coming for someone soon. It'll probably be Hulkenberg.
I have this, and I'll have to cross it off a few times, but just red flag.
Yeah, I also have red flaggies. I have 5 red flaggies. Probably be more.
I did 6. But I figured like it definitely has to be like different races.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I have pit stop fail, so I'm thinking like 10-second plus pit stop. Things go absolute tits up. Or they're not waiting there. Bananas occurs in the pit lane.
Perfect. Do you count that then if there's a penalty applied, or is that only if it's like a true fail?
No, only if they just genuinely just cannot for some reason get a tire off or whatever happens. The jack gets stuck.
Okay, fair. My next one, Alex Albon on the podium.
Oh my god, okay, I have a similar one. I have Yuki on the podium.
I love it.
Was it Yuki? I was going to put Yuki top 5, and I was like, no, be ambitious. Yuki on the podium.
Be ambitious. I like it.
I had to. He deserves it.
Next one I have driver ignores team radio.
Ooh, T. Yeah. I have rookies beat teammates for three times.
Okay.
I think we'll get that. I think we'll get some of the rookies
see
clinching head. I could see it. We'll see.
This next one would probably take a Hail Mary, but I'm going for it anyway. I want Ollie Bierman on that podium.
Hell yes, Ollie. Hell
so that's
yeah.
what I was saying with the double pit stop thing. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. That would be iconic. I would love that for him. Oh,
me too.
Baby. The classic, I put this on here all the time. Seb visits the grid. Preferably Suzuka, because that's where his bees are or whatever, but Seb grid visit is on my...
I like it. I like it. I have 5 DNFs in one race. Which I know is a lot.
No, but it's possible. Certainly possible.
But it is possible.
I have similar, but slightly different. Rookies go bowling. This means that more than one rookie has to hit another rookie. I need them to bowl each other out a little bit. Do I want that to happen? No. But do I fear it will? Yeah. So I'm just putting it out there.
My next one, and this has to happen 3 times in the season, and I feel confident it will. McLaren can't pick a number 1 driver.
I also have Papaya Rules as one of mine. Just I have that 5 times. Whenever Papaya Rules is thrown out there, and I'm like, what does this mean, Chief?
Yeah.
What does this mean? I have first time on the podium, so someone going on the first time podium. I think maybe we could get something on there, but probably seems a little bit unlikely, but, thoughts and prayers.
Next one I have Max fined for swearing.
Yes. I do have on here, like the Drivers Association puts out 3 statements against the FIA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Just on whatever shit is going to occur. I was like, make it something undriver related.
My next one is similar to a different one, but it's a little more specific. I don't want it to happen, but it's Franco replaces Jack. I know.
Justice.
I don't want it, and that's nothing against Franco, but I just think
Jack is not getting his chance.
Yeah, he's not getting the respect he deserves.
Yeah, no. I have Lando home win.
Okay.
Lando wins in Silverstone.
I like it. My next one is again a little subject to my discretion, but I just have Yuki crash out.
Yuki, bless him. Yuki.
Whether it's he goes bowling, whether he just has a fist fight with somebody, I don't know.
But he just has a bit of a mare.
Yeah.
I have SD Bestie and Pierre bonk.
Okay.
Like, I know it's because I was like, I get it's similar to like some other crashes, but I'm like, I need they became friends, and I need them to become unfriends again because it's funny. They finished on that podium and they kind of became friends, and now I'm like, what if they reverse the arc and become unfriends again? They turn back to enemies.
Good, I like it. Next one I have is Ferrari WCC.
Yeah, I have Charles Leclerc wins the championship.
So, okay, I have Lewis. You know.
Yeah,
I want Charlie Boy to win, but
I know.
I fear it may be Lewis's year.
I agree, but then I also fear that Charles may never win it if he doesn't win it this year.
No, I know. I'm
It's
the same way. I was like, basically, I like went through it and I was like, yeah, I have Ferrari double podium, and Ferrari WCC. But then I was like, I feel like I need to have somebody down for WDC, and I really debated it. I really thought about just like being completely out of left field and going fucking Oscar. Give me Oscar WDC.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I do have Lewis wins in Monza.
Okay.
Like Lewis wins Ferrari home race, basically.
I do have Oscar wins 3 times.
Yeah, as he should.
Next year will be.
Next year's Oscar's year. I do have Lando Champagne smashes times 3.
Okay.
So kind of the same as like 3 wins, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he cooks.
And then I have just a totally wild. Someone makes it from P20 to P1.
Hell the fuck yeah.
And you know who I want it to be? I want it to be Hulkenberg. I just think
my final thing is Hulk win. Hulk will not win a race. So he has not won a race, but in my heart of heart, I'm like, he'll probably retire this year. He's in a car, like he's with a rookie. This is probably his final season. Let that man win a race. Like, please, for the love of God. Like, he's come so close before. Listen, please.
It could be another race, which just absolutely wild due to the rain. Was that Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil.
It could be another Brazil situation where the podium is completely unexpected.
I just need him to win. Look, I agree. I'm sorry, everyone else. Let that man pass. Like, if things have wrapped up and we know who's won the Drivers' Championship and we know who's won the Constructors' Championship, like, and, kind of points don't matter for, like, second, third, and whatever, do him a solid. Do your bros. Like, don't make it obvious. Don't make it obvious, but, like, be aware of his presence and kind of be like, I'm not going to disadvantage him.
I don't want it to be when the points are like locked in. I want it to be like the second race of the season. I want Oscar to win Australia, and then like second race of the season, I want Nico to win.
Hell the fuck yeah! Do you imagine?
And then I want it to really just like shake it up for the season, because then like, anything could happen.
If he's gonna win any race, I really want it to be Miami, because that's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
like he's like the most un-Miami. Like there's a few drivers that just like don't have that vibe. Like he is like so un-Miami'd, like he's like not that type of guy that I'm like, let him win a crazy race, like one of the American races where it's like a little bit spicy and there's a lot going on, because I feel like that's funny. Let him get in a little golf cart, rise up out of the floor, go full on, give him the whole shebang.
Isn't there another one where they rise up out of the floor? Is it Texas?
Yeah, because they have the massive hat on.
That's the one I want Ollie to win. I want Ollie to win Texas.
I really want like Ollie or like Oscar or like someone who's just like a little bit visibly awkward with the sombrero on. It's just like Max always looks uncomfortable, but like at least he kind of like digs it a little bit. But like it's someone who would be very uncomfortable with that. It's funny because it's just like, what do? You just kind of stand there with wearing a little hat, and it's a vibe, I guess.
It is.
It's weird. Yeah, this, like, based on how last season was, I'm really interested to see if we'll get, like, another wacky season. I think probably, but I am so curious to see how dynamics play out. That's kind of the thing I'm most excited for, because we have so many, like, different, like, driver pairings, and, like, some that are, like, very vastly different people that, like, I'm like, I don't understand how this is necessary. Like I know Toto Wolff loves Kimi and George, but what the fuck do Kimi and George have in common? That is a child and a grown-ass man. Like, what do they talk about? Do they have anything to talk about? Like, are they friends? Can they be friends? Like, that is a baby. That is a baby. Like, I don't understand.
Is it just McLaren that kept the same lineup? Or was there any other team? Because I feel like it's just McLaren.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like run through everybody in my head.
No, they Red Bull switched, Ferrari switched, Williams switched, VCarb switched, Sauber switched, Haas switched, Alpine switched. Yeah, I think everyone else took a shift.
So that's crazy.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of weird, like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird pairings going on there. There's some that I'm like, these are just a very like Yuki and Isaac seem to be getting on quite well. Like that seems like a good vibe. I'm curious to see how Esteban and Ollie get on because like they seem like quite nice people, but like I don't know, they're just kind of men. Like in the most like unassuming way. I'm like, these are just two dudes that I'm like, I don't think anything will really happen here, but like, okay.
Yeah.
Whereas like on the opposite spectrum, you have like Max and Liam, and I'm like, shit is gonna hit the fan here, I think. Which is great, but also like I'm a little bit spooked for what that might entail.
Yeah. Listen.
And then you have Lewis and Charles playing chess. I'm like, yes.
I just want, and I'm not a violent person, but I want someone to punch Liam Lawson in his stupid face.
I think it will be Max Verstappen. I can't wait for that Drive to Survive episode. I genuinely I can see, I don't think it'll be as extreme, and I don't want people to be like, you're just using that, but like, in the vein of Multi 21, I fear that we could end up on this path of how like Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel were with each other, because like the problem is like, do I like Liam as a person? No. Do I recognize that he has quite a strong driver resolve and like is willing, like he is a fighter, like for sure. And if that anyone's gonna give Max a run for his money in arguably what would be equal machinery, obviously Max is more, they build the car for him, so obviously Max is better suited for it. He seems like a good choice because like when Pierre was there and Carlos was there and Alex was there, they just never stood a chance because Max was this fiery kid. Like Liam seems like potentially the one who could push those limits, but I'm like, Max is not gonna let that get easy, and I think like if we see them next to each other on the track, it is gonna be some crazy ass driving, and I think that is when we can see like tensions break a bit.
Yeah, because I mean, we saw Max and Lando going at it, and they're like friends, you know, off the track. And that's not to say that him and Liam aren't friends, but but him and Lando had history. And even Max, like the end of the season, I really thought that Max was just gonna be like, listen, if I can't win, he doesn't win either, and just take them both out. Like, well, genuinely.
It kind of did happen. Like, yeah, that's the thing. They haven't built that like rapport, and I just also feel like it'll be interesting as well because from Liam's perspective, it's like he knows he's coming in, he knows he's the second driver, which obviously he should be. Like, there's no disruption for that. But it's also like, you know that Christian Horner is favoring Max Verstappen. Like,
oh yeah,
he can't win. Like there's no, he could do everything right and he would still be second best. You know what I mean? Like Max could genuinely flop, but in the eyes of Red Bull and Horner, he would still not be good enough. So there's so much at stake here that I feel like it might boil.
Also, like, do I think Max Verstappen is a particularly petty person? No, I really don't.
No,
but I do wonder if Liam's like beef with Checo pissed Max off.
But also his beef with Daniel as well. There's like a lot going on there.
Because Liam really had some one-sided beef with Checo, and now that he's Checo,
Liam has some one-sided beef, like as you said, with a lot of the Spanish fucking people on the grid.
It's a little sketchy if you ask me. I'm just saying, especially given what we know about his girlfriend.
Yeah, listen, I would not care if he did not keep his seat.
Listen, the mid-season driver or drop before mid-season, that's the one I want.
Yeah, and as much as I'd hate to potentially split up like an iconic duo, give Yuki that seat. Actually, no, don't give you. He deserves better than you because you're Red Bull. You're a bitch. You stopped.
Truly.
Stopped him from moving to other teams because you wanted to keep him part of the Red Bull family. Fuck off. No, actually, I rescind my statement. You do not get him. He's too good for you. It's
giving toxic family.
It is. And Yuki, stand up for yourself, King. I'm there for you.
I know you're short, but stand up.
Shorties rise. I'll be there for you. Like, I understand the struggle. I'm like, no. Let him go somewhere else. Yuki to Ferrari when Lewis leaves. That's
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a Yuki
I would fucking
Charles
love
pairing?
that. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. That'd be so funny.
Picture that.
It'd be
in my
so
head.
cute. Oh, I just love Yuki. Like, I don't know. He's just one of those. He's because every time they talk about like, oh, what do you want to like? What are your ambitions to all the drivers? They're always like, oh, win a championship, and he just open my own restaurant. And I'm like, I just have to love him. He's just
Yes.
so unbothered. I'm obsessed.
We adore Yuki in this house, 100%.
1000%. He could do no wrong. Like, could he cause like? Well, does he? If he goes bowling, and I'm like, this is a shame, but also, he did no wrong.
No, when I put Yuki Crash Out on my bingo card, I'm in full support of it.
Oh yeah, Yuki is allowed to punch one person per race week, and I stand by that.
No, his Crash Out, I want it to happen because he deserves it, and I stand by him. That's
Yeah.
why I put it on there.
Yeah, it's like a full supported breakdown, you know. Yeah, that's why I'm like, he's gonna finish on the podium. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna throw up. It's gonna be the end of the era. Like, it's over.
Yuki Tsunoda is the Shauna Shipman.
Yes! That is such a deep cut. That it wasn't even a deep cut, but it's so specific. Hell yeah.
The amount of people who are going to understand that.
Yeah. If Yuki Tsunoda has no, like, fans, we are in the grave. We have been decimated. Like, ghosts have been purged from the world as well. You know what I mean? Like, I fear that my spirit in the afterlife would continue to support. I think I've been banished if he has no supporters.
Yes.
I'm there to the end. My king, my liege. He's just so great. I don't know.
He is.
He's just a lad. He's a wee lad.
He is. He's just a great time. But he's also so angry, and I love it.
Yeah, he really has so much emotion all the time, and I'm like, babe, it's not that serious, but also it is at the same time.
I know all of the drivers are on the like shorter side because just they have to be, but like he really reinforces that like angry short person stereotype.
Yeah, he really settled into that archetype and said, yes, this is correct, this is me.
Yes.
And I was like, as it should be.
If you see him, he looks so happy and like having a great time, and then you listen to his team radios and he is just bitching at everyone, cussing everyone out, so angry. As he should be though. Listen, I support it.
It's just, he's so funny. It's just such a doctor's position that I'm like, what is going on in your head, baby?
There are two people that could have villain arcs on the grid, and I would support them 100%, and they are Yuki Tsunoda and Oscar Piastri.
I fully agree with this sentiment.
Nope, actually make that a third one. Charles Leclerc, you can also have one.
He's already had his villain arc, to be fair.
But I'm just saying, like, he can have
another
one,
it again.
I still
you're allowed another one. Yeah. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I mean, Lewis Hamilton's allowed to do whatever he wants because he's the fucking GOAT, so it doesn't really apply to him. But Lewis's quote where he was like, "Don't compare me to anyone else," I was like, "Oh, he's cooking, he's defrosting. It's over for everyone."
Listen, I know people gave Lewis a lot of shit last year for just like constantly bitching about the car on the radio.
But that car was ass.
It was ass. And I am just so excited for him. Like, testing. I know testing really means nothing, but like he is already doing so fucking well in that Ferrari car.
The difference is I saw the onboards between the Mercedes last year and the Ferrari this year. And like, is it comparative because one's an older car, one's a newer car? No, obviously not. But if you watch the Mercedes onboard, like he is having to do a lot of like recorrecting and jerking motions with the steering wheel, which is not what you want, because you want to be able to just like, basically they kind of want to do the least amount of things possible, which sounds stupid. But in this Ferrari car, he's turning and it's just like, it's like silky butter, like there's just no resistance in that car at all. Like he's under control with it. And I was like, that's the difference. Like, the difference is he's won with the car. That Mercedes car last year was just not that. And I'm like, finally, he can deliver. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for him. Even if the season maybe doesn't plan out as maybe as big as I'm hoping it does for him, I'm just happy that he seems happy.
Yeah.
Because there is this idea, like, he could have retired, he could have ended his career at Mercedes, and I think a lot of people expected him to, but he ultimately was like, no, I'm not 100% happy, and that's not the way I want to go out. And I was like, pop off, king, do something else, do something new, do something fresh. So yeah, I'm very excited. I have such like visions in my head of like these moments that could happen, and I'm like crying. This would not happen because theoretically they probably, like, at least I could see at least one of them, if not both of them, being a part of like the title fight, maybe, unless Ferrari are stupid as they sometimes usually are. But like the idea of in Monza, like Charles leading that race and Lewis being behind him, and like not like Charles letting him win it, but like winning the Ferrari home race like together would be like so special.
Are you just saying that because you're gonna be there?
Yeah. So give me it, please, please. If I see Lewis Hamilton cross that line first, that checkered flag first, and I'm in Monza, I'm not fucking leaving that country. You'll have to come and collect me from the side of the track. I will not be. You'll have to physically remove me. I fear I will be imprisoned in Italy.
I can't wait to see just like the camera pan over to you.
I'll be dead. I think I'll pass away. I think I'll faint on the floor. So, you know, that's the legacy I'm going to be leaving, guys. Just know.
I love it.
Just know, if when Monza rolls around, if you see Lewis Hamilton cross that checkered flag, know that this podcast will probably end because I am dead.
I will put out one final episode as just like a remembrance. In memoriam.
Just all that my best quotes smushed together into like some masterpiece.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
No, listen, I want him to win in Monza, but if he's not going to win in Monza, you know who I want to win in Monza? Give me Nico Hülkenberg winning in Monza. Like, give me someone rogue, you know? If it's not going to be the Ferrari duo, give me someone really fucking odd, because I think that's funny. It's so silly. Or Kimi, because I guess that is Kimi's, like, home race. But, you know, give me someone really odd. Like, really odd. Just because I'm like, I was there for that. Like, this is a historic moment, you know? It's on the wiki page of, like, this is the fucking strangest thing that's ever happened. And I'm like, I was there.
Give me Jack Doohan.
Oh, hell yeah! Yeah, that's what I mean. I would just want someone, like, odd to just pop up. Like, they've been having maybe, like, a really ass season, and for some weird reason they have the driver of their life.
You know who it needs to be? It needs to be Yuki. Give me Yuki in Monza.
Yuki, like, P18 to P1 drive. The most insane
P20 to P1.
The most insane shit you've ever seen. The rookies bowl each other out, like, part like the Red Sea.
Oh my god, yes, it's gonna be like literally like he's just gonna like drive up through the middle of like this chaos.
Oh.
Chef's kiss.
Can
we just shelve the shitty Brad Pitt F1 movie and we'll write our own F1 movie?
And it's just Yuki domination.
Yes. Yes.
As he deserves. No, I always forget about the F1 movie, and then someone mentions it, and I'm like, yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Like, that's actually, like, a real thing.
My mom brought it up, and she's like, do you know they're making an F1 movie? And so then I went on this, like, 10-minute, like, rant about it, and I was like, oh, that being said, I will be watching.
Yeah, I will watch it because I'm so nosy about it, but I'm more nosy because I want to see the drivers, like, on the podiums.
Yes.
Like, I want to see their performances.
You know, like, okay, if someone was like, what is your, like, one critique? If I had to boil down to one critique of that movie, Brad Pitt's too fucking old.
Brad Pitt is too old. I know. Yeah.
That man is, like, in his 60s.
Is he that old? I guess probably, yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy.
50s or 60s.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes, yeah.
61. That man is 61 trying to play an F1 driver. And, like, yes, are there older drivers on the track? Yes. But even, like, an Alonso being up there are, like...
They don't look old.
They don't look old. Well, Lewis looks fantastic always.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, they're on the late end of the spectrum, really. Especially if you took the average age of the grid right now, it's probably, like, what, 4 maybe?
Well, I don't know. I feel it. Unfortunately, Lewis does bring that down bring that up quite a fair amount, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it probably is like 30-ish. Like 30. Well, yeah, probably like 29-ish. Yeah. It's interesting. I am curious to see what it's gonna be like. I don't know.
In a similar vein, in Oscar's Q&A, someone asked who he would want to play him in a movie, and you know what that man said?
Tom Holland.
Matt fucking Damon.
That is so funny. What the heck? Of all the people. Okay.
He was like,
yeah.
Matt Damon just seems like a pretty chill guy, and I like to think I'm a pretty chill guy.
Yeah, a chill guy who's double your age, King. Please sit down.
I was like, what, are we making this movie in 30 years?
It's like a future, like, life of Oscar Piastri, you know what I mean?
This is where he will be in 30 years.
Yeah, they start filming it now so that it comes out and it basically tells the current story of his life in his 50s. That is so weird. I thought like he'd just be like, yeah, what, white guy with curly hair, Tom Holland. That's it.
Yep.
But no, he went out there. I respect that. He clearly watched a Matt Damon movie recently, and he was on the brain. You don't just pull that out of left field. Like, I'm sorry. I've never once thought about an actor and thought Matt Damon.
Honestly, like, couldn't even tell you any movies Matt Damon's been in.
Isn't Matt Damon in The Martian?
Them.
Is he in The Martian?
Yeah, you're right. Wait, that's not what it's called, is it?
I don't know. Do you think I know Matt Damon movies? The answer is no.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Is he not in The Martian?
I'm looking. It is. Okay, it is The Martian. Oh my god, he was in Jason Bourne. That's probably what he's like known for. Or Good Will Hunting.
I know, I feel like he's known for The Martian and Good Will Hunting, to be fair.
He was in The Martian and Interstellar. He was in 2 different space movies.
He got typecasted a little bit there. He's like, man in space? Man will stay in space.
And Interstellar came out in 2014 and The Martian came out in 2015. So, like, do you think he was having a crisis?
Yeah. Actor's midlife crisis is getting sent into space.
Oh, he's also in Ocean's 11. I should have known that, actually.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm sure that's not the only movie I've seen him in, but the only movie that I connect him to is The Martian. Because I think it's his face is the poster. His face is the poster, so in my head, I'm like, he is the only entity in that film. Which is not correct.
What's so interesting about that, though, is he's going to be in a movie with Tom Holland. The Odyssey.
Shit, yeah. That
which
casting
also has
for that film
Robert Pattinson
is so busted.
Zendaya.
Look. Do I want to be one of those people who's a little bit pretentious about their classics and their mythology? No. However, do I think the casting is giving blockbuster for something that shouldn't be blockbuster? Yes, I do. Am I on the understanding that, like, I'm also on the understanding that it will make it more accessible. Therefore, I'm like, this is good. Making older literature, especially translated literature, more accessible is always a good thing. And by having big names, you attract people to it the same way that you would in theatre. But I'm like, is it the best way of going about it? I don't know.
Here's the thing. Can we just take all the money that they're putting into the Odyssey movie and instead make an Epic the Musical live action movie?
Yes. Fuck the Odyssey.
It's the same thing,
I'm kidding.
but better.
It is the same thing. It's one of those things, and I'm sure people have said it and spoken on it more eloquently. And this is obviously not F1 related. I apologize, but here's the tangent of the episode. But we have seen us in like a resurgence of classic literature being adapted, and I am like all for this because, like I said, making it more accessible to people who don't find like the original text or like the original media good is like a good thing. Like introducing people in a way that they find enjoyable, absolutely 10 out of 10. Especially when you bring celebrities into that. For example, we've seen a lot of it like on the West End, especially. We have Brie Larson in Elektra, Rami Malek's just done Oedipus. Like, we have a lot of these people like bringing this attention in. At the same time, though, I'm like, it's fun and quirky and cool, but it's not always like necessarily like the best pathway, because it's like it doesn't do it always justice. And then people are like, oh, do I think we'll get this Odyssey film? Do I think it will look like magnificent and gorgeous? And do I think Zendaya will absolutely like slay? Yes. I don't care about the men, unfortunately. I'm sorry. The men do not interest me in mythology, especially not in the Odyssey.
I just want to know who Robert Pattinson's going to be, and I hope it's the Cyclops.
Well, no, because now if he's not, I'm going to be disappointed, but I don't think he will be.
The real question is it Robert Pattinson's face with one eye, or do they just CGI?
One eye, and I was just like, that is so cursed, but also I think he would love that. Like, this is, I'm imagining him like getting this, like, I am, because like him and it's Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, right? He's doing it because they're like besties. Well, they're not besties. I don't know their personal relationship, but anyway, he's been in a lot of his films. That's beside the point. I could genuinely imagine like Christopher Nolan being like, here's the script for this, what I'm working on, and Robert Pattinson, and he's like, like, think about it, and I could genuinely see him being like, I want to be the Cyclops.
No, I'm serious. Like, that is a genuine thing I could see happening. That's why I said it. Like, that wasn't me just being like, haha, silly. That was me being like, no, that is a very real possibility. I don't unfortunately
see Christopher Nolan making goofy decisions like that, as much as I wish. Like, I can't see this man going that way. Do I wish he would? I think it'd be incredibly funny, because I like the idea of it being so like serious, which obviously it's going to be, but like incredibly serious, like beautiful shots of like the oceans and like the ships and like the people and like very rich colors, and then we get there and it just, and you see from behind, like the first shot is from behind, and you're like, and he turns around, it's just Robert Pattinson with one eye, like just a man, like kind of like bigger, like more swole, but like it's just a dude. That to me could be the best thing to exist on the earth.
You know what? I can't wait for the Odyssey trailer to come out. And on TikTok, there's going to be at least one comment by one person going, "Why aren't they singing?"
100%. 1000%.
That's gonna happen.
1000%. Yeah, the casting is crazy because the casting is crazy. Full stop. But I'm like intrigued because there's so many ways you could take it, and I'm trying to decide because you have like Lupita's in it, and then you have like Mia Goth's in it, and I'm like, so who's playing, like, you know, who's gonna be who's gonna be Cersei? Like, there's so many like levels to like it. Who's gonna be Penelope? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, because
Elliot
like,
Page is in it.
Is also in it.
Yeah, like Elliot Page is in it. Like, what is occurring here? There's so much. Like, I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who cook up, and also there's just a lot of like randos in it, I guess. But like, hello.
Yeah, it's quite a cast.
Well, IMDb have said that the only person who's been accredited with a role is Matt Damon.
I mean, I think we all knew he was going to be Odysseus.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, yeah. Also, there's a photo of him like in the outfit. And I'm like, that's it. I just cannot. Like, imagine this, like, you know, this is like a pretty like period appropriate, like, well, I say that, you know, this is the garb. This is Matt Damon, and imagine him looking at Robert Pattinson with one eyeball.
No, so I saw a TikTok about somebody who's already angry about that because it's the wrong armor.
It is the wrong armor. It is the wrong armor.
So,
but you know what also
should have been?
You know what also is wrong? Mythology. I'm kidding.
But you know what? If we're gonna make an Odyssey movie, you know who should have played Odysseus? Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Matt Damon's an interesting choice, and I think it is obviously because it's Christopher Nolan and that it makes sense, but it's certainly a choice. That's why I'm wondering like the direction. I feel like it's gonna be really angsty, which I know it is angsty, but I'm like curious because like the man who made Oppenheimer can't go ahead and make a mythology that is like beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, it feels like it can't be.
You know who I bet Charlize Theron is gonna play? Athena.
Well, apparently Zendaya's Athena, apparently. I don't know where that's come from, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not sure, personally.
See, I would have expected Zendaya as either, like, Cersei.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's a bit odd because
that's a choice.
Yeah. Well, that's like, that obviously, like, nothing's been confirmed, but I know some people say, like, that seems, and I was like, yeah. Like, who the hell is Anne Hathaway gonna be?
See, I thought she was gonna be Penelope.
Well, that seems like the logical choice, right? But, like, I'm like, is she though?
I think it's gonna be Anne Hathaway as Penelope, Matt Damon as Odysseus, and Tom Holland as Telemachus.
Yeah. Yeah. Just also based on, like, age appropriateness of the cast.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway being alongside Matt Damon makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
But could it be wild and wacky? Sure. I'm gonna be so upset when we get the full casting and Robert Pattinson's not the fucking Cyclops. I'm gonna be devastated. Because it's gonna probably be like John Byrne. What's it? How do you pronounce his last name? John Byrne. Bernthal?
I don't know.
That man.
Your guess is as good as mine.
John Byrne. Yeah. Bernthal. I don't know. He looks Cyclopsy.
That would be the meanest thing I've ever heard you say.
No, I mean just like no. I don't know. Like he has a really like strong jaw, and I'm like, that's pretty sick, bro. Whereas like Robert Pattinson's like quite pretty.
I don't know. I could see John Bernthal being like either Zeus or Poseidon.
That is so true. He does have a very chiseled face. Probably more suited for.
Or even Ares.
Yeah.
It's giving Ares.
There's just like, there's so many people. Like, this is the problem. Like, there's so much. There's so much going on. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that is a tangent.
We can
make an Odyssey.
We can do a mythology.
When the cast comes out.
We can do a mythology thing. Oh, apparently, sorry, this is the last thing I'll say. Apparently, Charlize Theron is going to be Calypso, and Lupita's apparently Cersei, potentially. I don't know. Zendaya's Athena.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson as Poseidon. Robert Pattinson as Poseidon.
Actually, I was going to say I could see him as Poseidon. Like, when we were talking, like, I want him as the Cyclops, but I was like, I think he's probably going to play Poseidon. Like, I could genuinely see that.
That's kind of sick as fuck. I kind of love that.
Okay.
But I always think of Poseidon like Percy Jackson Poseidon, like in swim shorts, like not actual like Poseidon.
Listen, I think Charlize Theron is a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
But not for Calypso.
I'm confused by that.
Switch her and Zendaya.
Right?
I'm sorry, like, yes, the gods are eternal, immortal, all that shit. But, like...
It's a bit odd.
A 50-year-old woman playing Calypso...
Yeah, like...
doesn't work for me.
And also, like, she looks fantastic. That's not, like, a criticism of her, but I fear that it would show, especially, like, alongside the other casting, and also alongside, like, Matt Damon and Anne Hathaway, who will look their ages, like, appropriately. I feel like she'll stick out a bit, you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see what happens when they actually announce the casting, officially.
Yeah, I can't wait for the trailer to reveal, and we'll all be fucking shook to our core. Robert Pattinson as Cersei. That's my headcanon. Just full on, like, switch out. Go crazy mode. Gender swap! Yes!
Okay, anyway.
We're done.
F1. I'll be watching the first race.
I won't be.
Scar will
working.
not.
And sleeping.
I was gonna say, isn't it like 4 a.m. for you?
Yeah, I would actually watch it, but I will be working the next day. Like, I'll be working on the Sunday, because it's Saturday. Well, it's Sunday morning, I think. And so I will be working on the Sunday. So therefore, I probably should not be awake for it. So yeah, I will have to miss. But the first couple races are like really annoying time zones for me. So, but like a little bit more manageable. But that one is probably a no-go. But I'll be cheering on.
I'll be watching.
I'll be cheering on Oscar. I'll be cheering on Jack. Let the Aussies do something. Fuck Liam Lawson.
Not Liam Lawson.
This is not your home race. It's not your home race.
It's not. He's not Australian.
But you do not claim this. I do not care.
No.
The only other person who's allowed to claim this as their home race is Valtteri Bottas. And he's not even racing.
Yeah.
You are not allowed. And then the episode off angry.
We'll be back with more F1 stuff later in the season. Or end of season, something. I don't know.
We could do like a summer wrap up kind of thing before we head into the second half of the season. See where things stand, how wrong we are, where our bingo cards are. We can do a little bingo update, mid-season review, kind of thing. Exciting.
All right, that's it. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. To stay connected with us, then follow us on social media, which are linked in the description. I've been Emily.
And I've been Scar.
Tune in next time for the best cottagecore podcast for the cottage whores.